Hello girls, how are you today? I hope everybody is fine. I'm back again with the English language, and we are still talking about the verbs. We are still talking about the verbs, and under the verbs we are looking at the tenses. Remember, we mentioned all the tenses that we are going to look at. We say we have the present tense, continuous tense, past tense, everyday tense. So we are still continuing with the continuous tense, but in another form. The other, we are adding only ing to the verbs. So we are still looking at the verbs. Verbs, and under the verbs we are looking at tenses. And under the tenses we are looking at continuous tense. So we are going to change verbs in continuous tense. We are still changing the verbs. Changing verbs to continuous tense. Continuous tense. We are still changing the verbs to continuous tense. Let me first underline this. Then we continue. Last time we changed the verbs to continuous tense by adding only ing. But today we want to change verbs. These verbs, they end with letter E. So what do we do to letter E? This letter E is dropped. Dropping means throwing away something that you don't want. You throw it or you remove it from one place and put it in another place. Then you replace it with the one you want, that is dropping. So under these verbs, we drop the last letter, that is letter E. Then after dropping it, bring the three letters that we add under continuous tense. Those are ing, and add them to that verb. I'll say that here we are going to drop E. Here we drop letter E. We drop letter E. Then after dropping it, then add ing. Add ing. After dropping letter E, you add ing. In other words, these verbs, they end with letter E. And you cannot put letter E in the same place with letter I. You cannot match. So we shall have our table here. Present tense, this side, present tense. The other side we shall have continuous tense. Continuous tense. Continuous tense. Our table. So we shall have our table here. Two sides. One for continuous tense and then present tense. What are those verbs that end with letter E and their E is dropped? Then add ing. We are going to first mention them or list them down. Then after, we shall change them to continuous tense. The first one will be come. We have come. It ends with letter E. We have dance. Dance. We have move. We have move. We have change. Change. We have take. Take. Another one, drive. We have drive. Next, give. We have give. Another one, we have share. Share. Action words. All these words are action words. We have make. We have make. We have like. Like. Any other? We have shake. We have shake. Shake. Another one. We have save. Save. And many others. We have save. We have behave. We have use. We have weave. We have choose. We have behave. Believe, arrive, practice, love, and so many others. Those ones, when you look at all these verbs, they end with letter E. We want to change them to continuous tense. Let us go back to our instruction. What does it say? It says that here we drop letter E. I've said dropping is throwing away or removing something that you don't want and put it aside. Then you replace it with another one. Or you bring the one you want, put it there, fix it there where you have removed the other one. So let us begin changing. We have said drop letter E, then add ing. We have come. What do we have in continuous tense? We shall have coming. I have not brought back letter E. If you bring back letter E, you will get the word coming. Even pronouncing it, you cannot pronounce it. You will have such the answer. Letter E, under continuous tense, it does not come back here. We replace it with ing. That is what I said, that drop letter E. Dance, continuous tense, we shall have dancing, not dancing. Dancing. Drop E, add ing. Move, we shall have moving, not moving. Moving. Drop E. E is not here under the continuous tense. We have dropped it. Then we have added ing. Change, continuous, changing. Changing, not changing. We say changing. We have take. Continuous, we shall have taking. Not taking, but taking. Drive. Drive. Continuous tense, we shall get driving. Give, we shall have giving, not giving. Shall have giving. Share, continuous tense, we shall have sharing. Share, sharing. We have dropped E. Make, we have making, not making. We shall have making. Like, continuous tense, liking, not liking. We shall have liking. Shake. Shake the mango tree. We shall have shaking, not shaking. We shall get shaking. And then save, we shall get saving, not saving. And when you give the list more, you will have such verbs. So you can give more because we mentioned more of them. We have smoke, continuous tense, we shall get smoking. We have advise, continuous tense, we shall have advising. Have, continuous tense, having. We have ride, continuous tense, we shall have riding. Create, creating. Guide, guiding. Receive, receiving. Provide, providing. Abuse, abusing. Shave, shaving. Forgive, forgiving. And so many other verbs as you mentioned them. Because of the space, but in the book you can write more and you change them to continuous tense. I've given you the instruction that you drop E, then add ing. We have said that we have looked at changing verbs to continuous tense. We have said here we drop letter E, then add ing. We have present tense this side and continuous tense. Come, coming. Dance, dancing. Move, moving. Change, changing. Take, taking, drive, driving, give, giving, share, sharing, make, making, like, liking, shake, shaking, save, saving, and the list is endless. So you can continue giving more verbs that end with letter E. Don't give the nouns, but give the action words. So copy this work correctly and neatly. Organize it properly. Make sure you have that table in your book. And after that, you shall write the activity. So I want to end here. We shall continue from there. I wish you well.